As promised, I am going to share the top things that I learned from my most recent Kali training, and number 6 honestly surprised me. So make sure you stick around to listen to all 6 of them. Number 1, range and distance are everything. Now this applies to every aspect of your life, whether you're in a real battle, you're in a real fight with somebody, or you're simply battling the battles within, because we all have battles within. So controlling your range, controlling your distance also helps you control your perspective. It helps you prepare for the next move, and it's going to give you time to recalibrate, control your breathing, and be able to move forward with confidence. Foundational principles are also everything. When working with your foundational principles, you want to make sure that you have them mastered before you move forward. And part of this is because everything builds on those foundational principles. When you think about life, everything that you needed to know, everything that you learned, you probably learned between the ages of 1 and 8 years old. Now, you're probably questioning, what are you talking about? I learn something new all the time. I'm going to school. I have a job where I learn new things all the time. You're right, but the foundation of how you learn, the way you perceive the world, and what you're doing really started as a young child when you were being raised by your parents. If you think about that with the new skills that you learn, those foundational principles are going to be powerful, like when you were being raised by your parents. Are you learning the principles correctly? Are you practicing them correctly? And do you have the skill that you need to build on top of those principles so that you can really deepen your learning and your understanding and grow beyond where you thought was possible for yourself? 3, maintain emotional intelligence. Your emotional intelligence is going to help you control yourself, maintain confidence, and control of the situation from your end. This is important because if you allow your emotions to get out of control, if you allow your emotions to rule your decisions while taking the next steps, it's going to negatively impact you. Think about a time when you became fearful, when you became angry, when you became scared, when you became overexcited about something. Did you respond in rational, reasonable ways? If your answer is no, you're correct. Maintaining your emotional intelligence helps you to think clearly and be able to process the next decision you need to make in the most correct way for you. All right, here's number 4, and it may be one of the most humbling ones of all. Someone else always has more skill than you do. So maintaining those basics that you learn, maintaining your foundational principles, your emotional intelligence, your range and your distance are going to be really important when someone else has more skill than you do. Ask the right questions. Asking the right questions is going to give you the answers and the information that you need. Whether this is in work, relationships, learning a new skill, a workout, your health, your wellness, or whatever it might be, make sure you're always asking the right questions. And the one that was most surprising to me, number 6, have respect for the weapon. The weapon will cut you down, create injury, as I learned in Kali, create change, and Kali creates change. No matter where you are in your life, no matter what you're doing, the weapon could be your words, your skills, your influence on others. It could be somebody manipulating you. It could be any number of different situations or scenarios, but always have respect for the weapon, especially in a situation where you're fighting somebody else. It only takes one wrong step, one wrong move to totally change the course of your life in a way that you cannot correct or change it back to the way it was before. Think about a situation where this applies to you. Have you had situations, circumstances, events in your life where you did not have respect for whatever the weapon was in that scenario, and you found yourself having to make changes that you didn't plan for, having to make changes that altered the course of your life in a way that you could not continue on the same path that you really wanted, thus changing where you are, who you are, and where you thought you wanted to be? Thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you in the next one.